In a world where Vegito never defused, number 2. This time I'm looking at a story that takes place in another world where Vegito didn't defuse. There's a lot of adaptations to this story, especially now since there's so much to work with in the future with Dragon Ball Super, and what really would have happened if Vegito never defused and went up against the God of Destruction. Most of the events would play out pretty normally, but the biggest difference is there's no Goku, there's no Vegeta. They are one, and it gets really interesting because Vegito actually has prior knowledge of who Beerus is because of what Vegeta saw when he was a kid. That instantly gets transported into Vegito's mindset, and when he sees Beerus for the first time, he has such a strong stance on not liking him. The first thing he says is leave. Obviously that triggers Beerus more than anything, and straight away, as soon as Beerus gets even a little bit mad, Vegito picks up on Beerus's power spiking really high. This is where the fight begins. Vegito is only able to transform into a Super Saiyan, and you might think that's nothing at all, but for the first few seconds, it actually catches Beerus off guard, kind of like when Vegeta powered up into a Super Saiyan, he got that influx that made him stronger than a Super Saiyan 3, that's the same kind of thing Vegito's getting now. However, the reality of it is, a Vegito who just came out of the Buu saga not knowing anything about the god forms, just knowing Super Saiyan, Beerus will eat that up all day. And he does. He makes Vegito look like nothing, which is not easy to do. He completely knocks out Vegito and is considering blowing up the world. That's when Gohan steps in, and Gohan does what you'd expect, but it buys them enough time for Vegito to stand back up and actually bring out more of Goku's side. He gets knocked down, but you see him get up, and he's smiling. The Goku in Vegito is seeing Beerus as the ultimate challenge, just like he did in Battle of Gods. Vegito asks Beerus to fight him at full power, and well, Beerus says yes. Vegito doesn't want to fight on Earth because if he fights on Earth and goes all out, there's a good chance Earth will be destroyed. So he teleports Beerus to the Supreme Kai's planet, and as soon as he gets there, the Kaioshin see Beerus and they freak out. Beerus is over there smoking, but eventually the conversation leads to Super Saiyan God. Vegito says that he knows nothing about a Super Saiyan God. He's got plenty of regular Super Saiyan transformations that you could show him, but Super Saiyan God is a bit off the radar for him, he doesn't know what it is. So, just like Goku against Majin Buu, Vegito begins to show Beerus all of his forms. First he goes into Super Saiyan, then he goes into Super Saiyan 2, and that's where it ends. In this universe, Vegito at a Super Saiyan 2 level is holding his own against the God of Destruction. Beerus is looking shaken up. He actually begins to lose it a little bit. So, all of Beerus's power is put into this one attack, the God of Destruction, Hakai. He throws it at Vegito, and Vegito tries to counter with a big bang Kamehameha. So, this is crazy. I don't know if this story was written by Vegito himself, or if this really does take place in Universe 100 where the Super Saiyan power-up is 10 times more than a Super Saiyan God, but Vegito as a Super Saiyan 2 was able to beat Beerus. So abysmal was the difference in our power. You could have ended this fight anytime you wanted. Beerus says that to a Super Saiyan 2 Vegito straight out of the Buu saga. I'm gonna put the accuracy of that down to Vegito being the author of this story. But continuing on, after the fight, Vegito and Beerus actually end up being pretty good friends. Beerus concedes and recognizes Vegito as the better fighter. This story ends with Vegito restoring all of Beerus's power and agreeing with Whis that Beerus will train for the next 3 years and come back and fight you again. And that's pretty much where it ends, with Vegito being the winner. Somewhere in Universe 10,000, Vegito was able to fight off Beerus and win. Now, for a bit of context as to why Vegito won, this fan manga was made back in 2013-14 when Battle of Gods just came out, and we didn't know anything about Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, or anything about Beerus. This idea was conceived with Vegito being the strongest character in Dragon Ball Z, and Beerus being the strongest character in the latest movie, which at the time was Battle of Gods. So that's why the power scaling is a little bit, actually very wrong, but either way, it's another Vegito never defusing story, which I know a lot of people seem to like, so let me know what you think. This was the mentality back in 2013 when everyone thought that Vegito was still the strongest character. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next Dragon Ball video.